Hey y'all, welcome to my channel Sandy Toe Tarot. My name is Laura. I'm here to do a weekly reading for December 27th through January 2nd. This is going to be just a weekly energy update for what's going on for y'all. It will be a pick a card reading, so for those of you who do not know how that works, I put several piles down here and I think I'll do 3 piles this week. I have some stones on them, and then you get to decide which pile is speaking to you, which one you think holds the messages for you this week. Then I put the timestamps in the description box below, and you can go directly to your reading that way. Thank you guys for being a part of the Sandy Toe community. My channel is growing. I know that's because of you guys. I appreciate you sharing my channel with anybody that you think might be interested, with your friends and family. So thank you for that. Also, thank you for giving the videos a thumbs up when you like it. That helps the channel, first of all, but it also helps me. It lets me know that I'm on the right path and that I'm doing the right kinds of readings for you guys, because this channel is all about doing readings for y'all. If you have not already done so, please do subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. So this week does include the new year. Happy New Year to all of you guys, to you and to your family. And I know everybody's looking forward to 2021 and very ready to put 2020 behind us. I don't ordinarily wear black on this channel. I like to keep it kind of colorful, but I'm wearing black today in honor of all those little black dresses that I hope will be coming out on New Year's Eve for you guys as you go to your many New Year celebrations. So there's really no reason to delay any longer. We're going to get right to the reading. This is going to be for December 27th through January 2nd. Here we go. Welcome back, my friends. These are going to be your choices for the weekly pick a card for December 27th through January 2nd. And in the end, I decided to do a bit of both. I have some cards out here that I've already pulled, and then I'll pull some during the reading as well. So without further ado, this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. On pile 1 is an Amazonite. On pile 2 is a Garnet. On pile 3 is a Malachite. So make your choice any way that you like. You can choose by number, you can choose by stone, you can just close your eyes, and then when you open your eyes, whichever one you're drawn to is going to be the pile for you this week. Or you can choose by, some people choose by timestamp. However you do it is the right way for you, and you cannot make a mistake. Just if you don't know, just guess. That's good enough too. All right. So again, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Make your choice, and I'll put timestamps in the description box below, and you can go directly to your reading, and I'll see you there. Okay, if you chose pile 1 with the Amazonite, these are going to be your messages for the week of December 27th through January 2nd. The Amazonite, it brings success and luck, so that's really a cool stone. It also represents universal love, so that's a pretty cool stone if you want to get one and put it in your pocket. It's very pretty too. All right, let's see what your messages are for this week. You got the Magician, the King of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Pretty. Very nice. Okay, so just to clarify what we're seeing here in these cards, not to clarify any one card in particular, but just the reading in general, I'd like to get a couple other tarot. Actually, today let's use the Radiant Rider-Waite for the other tarot. It's a new year, but let's make it all bright and shiny and sunny and fantastic. I'm just so ready for 2021. I expect great things, great things. Page of Wands. And just one more to get a little more clarification here. One more card for my pile ones. The Hanged Man. Okay, so here's kind of what's happening for you guys this week. First of all, you know everybody does New Year's resolutions on the new year. I totally believe in that, and I don't really necessarily call them resolutions because everybody breaks their resolutions by the end of the month, right? By the end of January usually. But I do think it's good in the beginning of the year to set intentions. Maybe set some goals, what you would like to accomplish. Last year, in January, I did a vision board, and I think I'm going to do that again this year. It's like, what do I want for this year? That's kind of what this card is all about. The Magician is the master manifester, and it's just saying here for this week, this is a good time to put your desires out into the universe. It does kind of say that whatever it is that you're trying to manifest right now, whatever you put out into the universe is absolutely coming back to you. Whatever it is that you desire, you have all of the skills necessary to do it. You have, and this, you have the people that you need. If you need people to help you manifest your goals, you have the coin, you have the money if you need money. If you need ideas or clarity of thought, you have that. If you need energy, you've got the energy to do it. So this is saying that you have everything that you need to manifest your goals. And this is also saying if you don't have it, the universe is going to provide it for you. So this is a good time to put your desires out into the universe or into the void, or just make a vision board or whatever for the coming year. The King of Cups is the minor arcana card for Cancer. It can also be an older gentleman who is very good at relationships. He's kind of mastered relationships. He understands his emotions, but he does not let them rule him. That's why this, can sometimes be a woman who has mastered the emotions, who has mastered this suit. But generally it's read as a Cancer or an older gentleman who is good at relationships. This would be like your PR people or your human resources people, those kind of people. Over here you have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the beginning of a partnership. It's usually the beginning of a relationship if other cards support it. And I do think some cards support it here. So this is a very, in the beginning stages of a relationship, you absolutely never know how it's going to turn out. But there is a genuine fondness between these two people, and there's genuine compatibility between these two people. So there is absolute hope for this relationship. Okay. Let's talk about what's happening up here first, and then we'll talk about these clarifying cards. For some of you, I think what you're manifesting and what is coming in this week is something in the way of a relationship. It is a new relationship with an older gentleman who, and older these days is like 35 plus, as far as tarot is concerned. I know older out in your real life is like 80, right? But as far as tarot is concerned, 35 plus would be considered an older person. But it is someone who is really good at relationships, and I'm sorry, something just caught my attention and it kind of diverted my attention, but it's like shiny things, right? Okay, so it's an older gentleman who's really good at relationships, and would be a good person to be in a partnership with because they have, mastered relationships a little bit. It takes a long time to master relationships, you guys. It's the hardest of all the things that we're here to to work through. Okay, so what I did notice just now is that you've got this new relationship or this new partnership over here, this partnership that's in the beginning stages. But this guy is turning he's not turned toward the relationship, he's turned toward manifestation. He's turned towards something else. So for some of you, while you may be drawing in a new relationship with an older gentleman who's good at emotions, for some of you this week, a new relationship is going to take a bit of a turn. Like this person, and again, it could be male or female, it's just that the energy is masculine, and it's also at the top of the suit. So that means they've mastered the emotional realm and relationships. Whoever this person represents in your reading has their back turned to this relationship, and they're offering their cup or putting all their emotion into something that they want to manifest that is outside of the relationship. That's just going to be for some of you. That doesn't mean that this is over. That just means that they're putting more of their energy into manifesting their goals right now. Okay, so down here you have the Page of Wands, which is the minor arcana for Sagittarius. It's also a young person. Pages are young people that would be under the age of 35, who embodies the fire signs. So they would be energetic, enthusiastic, passionate, adventurous, that kind of person. And then you also have the Hanged Man down here. So I call the Hanged Man kind of an adult timeout. It is taking a time out from the current situation to look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes this is self-imposed. You do it, but you take a time out because you need to look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes this is from the divine. It's the divine stops action, so you can have the opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. And they're, okay, so I noticed this early on when I pulled these three cards. I saw yellow. And yellow, because that's kind of the predominant color in these cards right here. It's yellow. Yellow is associated with the solar plexus chakra. Sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying, I noticed the yellow immediately when I pulled these three cards here. That's kind of the predominant color. And yellow is associated with the solar plexus, so that's your stomach area below the rib cage there, and that solar plexus chakra is really all about your personal power, your will, your determination. Think about it as really kind of a masculine drive and ambition and getting things done out into the world. Okay, so then when I pulled these two cards, I noticed immediately that these colors match the blue. This blue matches this blue, and this purple matches this purple in the Two of Cups card. So the blue is an indigo that's associated with, I'm not looking at the rest of the card, I'm just looking at that blue there. It's associated with the third eye chakra, which is intuition and wisdom and looking at things from a different perspective. The purple is associated with the, notice that deep purple is associated with the crown chakra, which is actually your connection to the divine. It's the consciousness. And the reason I bring that up is because I feel like this is connected to this Two of Cups here. And I feel like some people are really torn between this connection and this goal that they feel like they cannot have this connection here with, if they pursue this. If they go out and pursue this goal, they're not going to be able to do this. If they stay here in this space of the Two of Cups with the partnership, it seems to be a divine partnership. It's a divine partnership, and it opens them up in only the way that relationships can open us up and teach us certain lessons have to be taught through relationship. So this is kind of a divine thing that's going on over here. So when this says take a time out to look at things from a different perspective, it's actually talking about this. So I think for some of you people are taking, some of you people, sorry guys, some of y'all are taking a time out from a relationship to look at it from a different perspective, really. And using your intuition to see the direction that you want to go in for now. Some people, I feel like, are going in more to a deeper, wants to go more into a deeper connection with the spiritual. I think some people want to go more in a direction of worldly, earthly kind of considerations and establishing themselves out into the world. Maybe some business or some, something like that they want to start up or something. So I think that's just kind of a dichotomy that's going on for some of you this week. I don't know why I got caught up in all those colors, because I don't usually talk about the chakras, but today it was just so very obvious that there's a connection between those chakras and what's happening in this reading, and that there's a decision being made here. Has to do with this coupleness. It's a partnership. It could be a couple. It could be a new relationship, or it could be an already established partnership, but there's a decision. It's still in the early stages of it. No matter how long it's been going on, the level of partnership is pretty new. And so for this week, for a lot of you, you're looking at this relationship. It seems like you're kind of going in different directions here. Like this guy is headed this way. Actually, I'm not, actually this is the woman that's in the blue. So, and this is a man here. So this person, whoever this is headed this way toward more earthly things. This person seems to be headed to more spiritual, or wanting that more than earthly things. So these people in this relationship are at a crossroads here. They want different things is what's happening. Okay, I think enough said on that. I think we kind of get what's going on. So for some of you, that's what's happening this week. Again, for the people, we have Cancer and Sagittarius. And that's all the people I see. Okay, let's get some final words of wisdom for this particular reading for pile 1 from our angels and ancestors. What words of wisdom do you have for pile 1s? Words of wisdom. I'm having trouble keeping all this in frame today. Oh, that's because I know why. Hold on. Okay, that's better. All right, so from the angels and ancestors, Oracle. What words of wisdom do we have? this is nice. Guardian angel, you are not alone. That is nice. Oh my gosh, that is just... Just notice that eye. That looks like the third eye. That is just telling you that your angels are looking out for you in this situation, and you trust. It's saying trust this process, however it works out, whichever way it leads you. Again, I'm not saying this relationship is separating. I'm saying it's at a crossroads and you might want different things. So whatever happens, this is just saying your guardian angel's looking out for you. So trust that whatever comes of this, in the end, eventually, is the right thing for right now. All right, one from the Sacred Traveler. I just want to know what, if anything, pile 1 needs to do. What does pile 1 need to do, if anything at all? What action does pile 1 need to take? Oh my God, protected by angels, you are cherished by the angels. Again, this is associated with the Archangel Michael, which is a sign of, he's associated with protection. Like if you're, like you feel like you're endangered or something, you can pray to Archangel Michael and he will protect you. I sent my son to Iraq in 2004 with a Michael, a pendant. And I'm not Catholic, and I knew nothing about the archangels at the time. But I had a Catholic friend that said, send him with St. Michael. So that's what I did. I don't know why I told that story, but anyway, these two together, that's like, wowza. That's pretty awesome. You are absolutely, this is divine. The divine is in this. You're being protected. You're being guided through this process. So do not worry about this at all. However it shakes out, it's going to be the best for, I think, both of you. I think for both of you. I think you're both protected. And that's awesome. You're being guided through the process. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Happy, happy, happy New Year to you guys. Welcome 2021, right? Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, Pile 2s. These are going to be your messages for December 27th through January 2nd. And Pile 2 had the garnet on it. And the garnet enhances energy and strength. It's a red stone, and all red stones are associated with energy. It enhances courage and vitality, and it also provides protection. So that's kind of cool. I may need to get one of those for myself. Okay, so I have already pulled some Herbal Tarot to see what's up. I'll pull some more cards as we go through. But for Pile 2, what's coming up this week? You got the Pan card. The 7 of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Temperance card. Okay, I see very clearly what's going on here. But I do want to get a couple, let me get just a couple of extra Rider-Waite to kind of add to this message. Messages do you have for Pile 2 this week? What other messages do you have for Pile 2 this week, if anything? What else for Pile 2? Pile 2. Oh boy. So that was too many. It fell on the floor. I will take that one. If I could just get one more for pile 2. There we go. That's not surprising. All right. Let's do this here. I think this is how it goes. All right. So first of all, you have the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is a position of defensiveness. It always reminds me of that game King of the Mountain that you used to play when you were a kid, when you were on top of the mountain and everybody was fighting you for the mountain. Everybody wanted the mountain and you had to hold your position. So that's kind of what this card is saying. It's saying hold your position. You are in a strong position, but you are a little bit in a position of defensiveness and you've had to fight for something. That is also indicated with the 9 of Wands here. The 9 of Wands is a card of being battle-worn. It does say that you have one final fight to go. You're at the end of this fight. There's one more to go, and you will have the strength, although you may not think that you will, to get through one final battle. I don't know what you guys have been fighting for. It's going to be different for all of you, but you do feel like it has been a struggle. Whatever it was. Maybe you've just been working too hard. You've been fighting to keep your job. You've been fighting to get a job. You've been fighting to, maybe you're going through a divorce. You've been fighting your husband to maintain your house. Or it could be so many different things for all of you. But this card is saying stand your ground and hold your own. You are in a strong position, although it has kind of worn you out. Luckily, the Temperance card comes along to provide some balance to the situation. The Temperance is the major arcana for Sagittarius, which Sagittarius is in early December, late November and early December. But it is a card of alchemy. It's a card of blending a little bit of this and a little bit of that to create something different and something cool. All of its own. You have the High Priestess here, which talks about feminine spirituality. It talks about intuition. So this can be like a spiritual leader that you go to for advice of the feminine kind. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is a feminine person. It just means more spirituality and less dogma. So it's more about intuition and maybe tapping into some like psychic ability and that kind of thing. So when you get this High Priestess, it may be that you are exploring your spirituality or you are consulting someone who is strong in their spirituality for guidance through this situation that you're dealing with. Okay, you have the Pan card here. And I love the Pan card in this Herbal Tarot. In the Rider-Waite, it is the Devil card. It is not the Devil. In the Herbal Tarot, it is Pan. And Pan is associated with, can be overindulgence, right? You know, it's the holidays, maybe you've been eating too much or whatever. So, you know, think about that if you have been. But generally, it's a card of don't forget to play. Don't forget to be frivolous. Everything does not have to be work all the time. Life is supposed to be fun. And this is actually another card that's kind of reminding us of that. It is the Page of Cups, generally associated with a younger person under the age of 35. It is the minor arcana card for Pisces. And Pisces is the water sign. They are intuitive. They're emotional. They're a little bit mysterious. They're generally very spiritual people. Again, you got a couple cards of spirituality here. Intuition. But one of the lesser known meanings for this card is, you know, it's got this fish jumping out of the water, and this guy's got his feet in the water. It's a reminder don't forget to play. Can't be all drudgery. This pan is also associated with Capricorn. So Capricorn does have a tendency to just work too much. They're very dedicated, and you know they're in material, very good with material things in that way. They're very hard workers, but they do have a tendency to take things a little too seriously. And I think maybe what you're being asked to do this week is to lighten up from this situation. Yeah, it has been a struggle. It has been hard. You've had to fight for your position, whatever that position may be, but it is time to get more balance in your life. You just need more balance. Life cannot be all work and no play. Enjoy yourself this week. Go to the New Year's Eve party. Get out and dance. Have some fun. And if you need to, consult someone that you trust who is a very spiritual person, or this might be saying tap into your own intuition to get some balance in your life. Do meditation, do yoga, whatever it is, maybe for more balance. Those kinds of things would help you. Get a massage. I don't know how you center yourself or how you get more balance. But it happens through fun and through some tapping into your spirituality, because it's just been too much drudgery in recent months. It's been too much. It's time to pursue those other things that are important in life too, like your spirituality, like having fun. Okay, I think that message is very clear. Let's get some final words of wisdom from our angels and ancestors for pile 2. What words of wisdom do you have for our pile 2? All right, from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, White Witch, be the light. That's pretty, isn't it? Be the light. Okay, so I will say this about the being the light thing. This comes up whenever you're at a point where you could go either way. You are confronted with a situation that you could focus on the darkness, or you can yourself be a light in this situation. You can shine the light of integrity, of honesty, of goodness, of kindness in this situation that I, like I said, could go either way. So this is asking you to maybe against, you know, your instincts even. Maybe you want to fight back. You want to be defensive, but this is asking you to maybe look at a different approach with it. How can you shed some kindness on this situation? How can you lighten the situation up? So think about that. It's going to be different for all y'all, right? But you're asked to be the White Witch this week. All right. From the Sacred Traveler, I want to know, is there anything that pile 2 needs to do? What action do they need to take, if any, in this situation? What action does pile 2 need to take? In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. I like that. Look, that's a winter scene too. That's so pretty. Yeah, you guys, she's out for a ride in her sleigh in the wintertime, just above it all, just smooth sailing. It's beautiful. That's what y'all are looking for this week, some flow, some lightness and some flow. Go to some parties, have some fun. Tap into your spirituality. Let this fall away a little bit. And maybe once you do that, you can look at it from a different perspective and lighten up your stance on it a little bit. Maybe it doesn't have to be so hard when you go back to it. Maybe there's a way to just make it a kinder, gentler situation for everybody involved. Okay, I think that's all I have for my pile twos. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love, and I'm wishing you a very, very, very happy new year. Namaste. Okay, if you chose pile 3 with the Malachite this week, these are going to be your messages. The green of the Malachite, all green stones actually, are associated with the abundance of nature, but also money, like earthly, the green, right? So it does bring good fortune and success as well. Okay, so I have some Herbal Tarot here. We'll talk about these first, and I'll pull some other cards as we go through. So for the Herbal Tarot, you got the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, I'm going to go ahead just right now in the beginning and get a couple of clarifying cards from the Radiant Rider-Waite, just not to clarify any particular one of these cards, but just to clarify this reading in general. So what other messages do you have for pile 3? Messages do you have for pile 3? Well, 3 popped out. Oh, crud, that's too many. Yeah, that's too many. I don't think that's going to clarify. I think that's going to confuse. Let's just get a couple of Rider-Waite to clarify these cards here. Just a couple. Make it plain. Can't get any plainer than that, right? One more. There you go. So you also got the Death card and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's just talk about what's on the table here. You got a couple of major arcana. First, let's talk about the people. Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius. All right. So the Chariot card is a card of moving forward and balancing opposing forces to move forward. It can be the card of travel. Since this is a reading for December 27th, which is right after Christmas, some people may be traveling this week. But you notice there's the yin and yin-yang symbol here. So it is a card of balancing 2 opposing forces, can be masculine and feminine, can be work and fun, can be work and family, whatever it is. You do have the strength and determination and the will, that's what this card is saying, to move forward with great determination and balance everything that you need to balance. The Six of Wands card is the card of a victory. This guy is coming into town after winning some kind of competition, and he is not in this particular rendition, but is usually greeted by people in the town that are saying, "Congratulations, you won," kind of thing. A lot of times that can indicate some public acclaim because the people come up to greet them. That is not the case in this card. There are no people greeting this guy, but he has had a victory of some sort. Anybody car racing this week? Yeah. It looks like you're going to win if you are. All right. The Knight of Swords. So knights are usually bringing things into our lives, and this knight carries a sword with him. So swords are mental clarity, clarifying your ideas, clarifying your truth. So that's kind of what this Knight of Swords brings in. It can also bring in some unexpected or some upsetting news. With the, also this is very fast moving energy. Knights are energy, it's movement. And this is fast moving energy in the realm of ideas, communication. Swords are air signs, so air signs are associated with thought, ideas, communications, those kind of things. So this might be a communication that comes into you very quickly and very unexpectedly. So down here we have the Death card, which again is the major arcana for Scorpio. It is also the card of something, usually a way of life, but something is dying. Something is It's not, people are really afraid of the Death card. It's not like a person's dying. It's like some way of life is dying, some thing is dying. It's kind of hard to see here, actually, what is dying. So we might get a clarifier on a couple of these cards here, but it generally means it's a transformation. The death has to happen. I think this is biblical. I say this all the time. I think I got it from a tarot book, but lest a grain of wheat fall to the ground and die, it cannot grow. Whatever this is that is ending in your life, whatever it is that is going away. Sometimes that's hard when you lose things and you don't see the reason for them. And that's why I kind of like the Death card, because a lot of times I see the reason for it. Like I tend to hang on to things for too long. And this is saying something is dying and you're letting it go. So that is a good thing. That is, it's from the divine, by the way. A lot of times it's like when you're having trouble letting go of things that you probably should let go of. I'm speaking about myself right now, and I'm definitely talking about relationships. I have a hard time letting people go, even though the relationship isn't good sometimes. So that's why this death comes in, to end those things that need to be ended. And it's always for the greater good, by the way. Because behind this death is a transformation. And that transformation part is the really cool part of it. Because what you are transforming into is this. The Queen of Pentacles, in addition to being the minor arcana for Aquarius, for me, not everybody reads it that way, but I do. It's a very abundant queen. She is very self-sufficient. She's definitely the queen of her domain, and her domain is very lush. It's very fertile. So she's planted with creative ideas. She's planted with great cooperation from the people in the town. They love her because she is just a very practical queen. She knows how to get the harvest out and get it in for everybody, for the whole village, right? She's very practical. She's good with money and those kinds of things. She is alone. She is very independent, is kind of a very independent queen. That doesn't mean that she doesn't have family. She probably has nuclear family, father, mother, siblings, maybe has children of her own, but is not with the father for whatever reason, divorce, death, whatever. So she is a queen of solitude. Nothing wrong with that. Most of the time she's very happy about that. But if you notice, she's looking at this coin a little wistfully. Every once in a while, she does kind of wish for a partner. However, she doesn't have one for right now, and that is okay with her. So just to try to pull all of that together for the general read, in a minute I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers to go deeper in for, maybe it'll probably just end up being for one or two individuals, but I can't help it, I'm too curious. So what's happening is you guys are moving with great determination towards your goal, and you are, it's like full steam ahead on your goals. You're balancing everything that you need to balance, and you get some type of victory this week. You're seeing some progress from something that you've been working really hard at. I think it comes through a communication. Something happens. You get some kind of communication that causes a swift change, because this is fast moving energy. And for many of you, that's going to be a total transformation for y'all into this life of abundance. I don't know what that means. I don't know. That's probably going to be different from all of you, whatever this is. I feel like it's something that you've been working on. I think it's something that you've been working on and you've been really determined about it. You've had to balance a lot of things, juggle a lot of things to work toward this goal. And I think something happens this week that helps transform your life in a quicker way than what it would have into this life of abundance, from your goal, from whatever it is that you've been trying to achieve. Because there's a winning card here. You're winning something this week that moves you toward this beautifully abundant queen here. So that is very generally what is happening here. I do want to get a clarifier on that Knight of Swords. And again, when you start clarifying, things start getting real specific. So if it resonates with you from here on out, fine, stick with it. If not, just let it go and just move on. Okay, that was a little sloppy there, so we're not going to do that. Okay, so why is this Knight of Swords here? What is this Knight of Swords about? What is this Knight of Swords about? Tell us about the Knight of Swords. We get one more for this Knight of Swords. What is this about? Okay, I think this this is going to be different for all of y'all too. All right, for one meaning that I did not tell you guys about is the Knight of Swords can sometimes be a young man that's very rash and very, doesn't think things through sometimes, very spontaneous, and it can be a young man that's looking for a fight. You got the Five of Swords as clarification on this card. So for some of you, this is going to be some conflict from someone young, maybe in your family. For some of you, this unexpected news that's coming in for y'all is about a new job. You're getting a new job. Or some new money, or something in the material realm that helps lead you into this. New job, new car, new acceptance to education, money for an education that leads to abundance later on down the road, something like that. Aces are always new beginnings, so this is, in addition to getting like a new job, whatever this is in the material realm that is being offered to you, it ushers in a brand new beginning. Again, that's kind of said with this card too, the Death and Transformation. It's a brand new beginning, and it's a brand new abundant beginning too. So for some of you, you've had to fight for it, and you're winning. You get news that you've won. That's another meaning for this. this news that's coming into you, it's news that you have won the competition. There's been some kind of competition for this new job, or this new beginning. There's been some competition for it, and you're winning it. The conflict is over. The struggle is gone. A new beginning is at hand. But for some of you, in just like a more mundane way, there might be some young person in your family that wants to pick a fight this week. I mean, you will win the fight, but, you know, young people can be very rash. And by young, that's always under the age of 35. So, okay, I'm going to get one card from the angels and ancestors, and I just want to know what words of wisdom our angels and ancestors can offer for pile 3 here. What words of wisdom do you have for pile 3? What words of wisdom do you have for pile 3? Words of wisdom do you have for pile 3? Oh, eagle, see from a higher perspective. So again, just a reminder that sometimes when something dies around you, when you're losing, you feel like you're losing something. If you notice in this death card, there are 4 people here, and this is just to show the 4 reactions to death in our lives. This guy has just given up right here. He's laying down. He's corpse mode. He's just given up. It's a death. Okay, I'm done. It's over. This guy is bargaining. If you know like the stages of death, are there 4 stages of death? Anger, denial, bargaining, acceptance, whatever those are. So this guy is in the position of bargaining. He's like, okay, if you promise not to take this away from me, I'll do X. This woman, this little girl down here, she's not a woman. She's a young lady. She's not even looking at it. She doesn't even want to accept it. She doesn't want to look at it at all. She's pretending like it's not happening in her life. And this little child right here is looking at death straight in the face with a sense of, okay, what's this about? With a sense of wonderment, right? Okay, I see it. I see that it's happening. What's it all about? That's what this card is asking you to do this week. When this ending happens, take a look at it from a higher perspective and see, you know, try to just accept it. Accept it because it always comes with a transformation. Endings always come with a new beginning. And this new beginning is pretty awesome, actually. All right, one from the Sacred Traveler, and from the Sacred Traveler we're going to find out what you need to do, if anything. What action do you need to take? What action does pile 3 need to take, if anything at all? What do they need to do? Pile 3. What do they need to do? Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Almost similar to that, just go with the flow. Just look at things from a higher perspective. When this death comes, just go with it. When this argument happens, just go with it. Just go with the flow and enjoy the journey. It's all a part of it. Don't worry about if you're going in the right direction or not, or if you're headed down the right path or not. You're absolutely headed down the right path. It's all the way it was exactly intended. And, you know, this new year is going to bring a very wonderful new beginning for you guys. And it's about time, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to leave that there for my pile threes. I'm wishing you a very, very, very happy new year. And until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.